All right, ladies and gentlemen, good Wednesday morning. Welcome aboard our final day of our complimentary live trading and training here at Top Gun Options. This is called Solo AI. We're done with Full Throttle. We did Full Throttle Monday, Tuesday. How's your bullish on America trade looking? Years out into the future, that's looking pretty good. We're going to talk about a different sector today, though, AI. But this ain't over. We're still going to do our strategic brief. The Iranians are like, what are you talking about? We're fighting this thing to the end. The president said this morning he's going to bomb them back to the Stone Age. So that pop in the market yesterday afternoon, I told you each one of these rips has been a selling opportunity. I don't think this is over, man. And we'll talk about all that stuff. But as of jumping on the air, three-ish. Well, that was before yoga. Um, he was smart enough to get elected, wasn't he? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to go full throttle, handful more slots left. We've made some good sniper shots this week. It's been really interesting. Just about every now, there's a couple 295s. Just about, I was going to say, just about every new member has done the annual, which is the smart thing to do. But hey, if you need to keep kicking the tires here, you can do the 295. But remember, you do not get access to the hunters. That's where I do my sniper shots and post all that stuff in the hunters thread. If you want to kick the tires and get access to hunters, that's this one. So both these things on the flanks are kind of trials, right? But based on all the trades you've seen this week, I've more than already paid for an annual membership. So go ahead and grab your annual membership now. Shutting the doors. We're done until what is this? Q2, Q3, whenever the next quarterly full throttle launch will be. Okay, so $29.95 for the year. That is supposed to be going up. We actually have it's no, it's next week. Never mind. Next Wednesday, we actually have a marketing meeting. We're probably raising prices uh, because that hasn't been increased in about 10 years. Everybody else is raising prices. Why don't we? Um, if you missed anything so far this week, here's the replay page. Today's replay will be on here as well as soon as I get done. All that good stuff. Any other administrative questions, concerns? Oh, by the way, any questions about Full Throttle, you can shoot me an email, whiz at topgunoptions.com, and I can answer your question. But all the replays are on here. There's a primary long-term bullish on the S&P 500, short-term bearish. I'm keeping that tredge on at this point. And we're going to brief all the reasons why here in a little bit. Really cool. I love living in Florida, man. First of all, it's the free state of Florida. Man, COVID, everybody freaked out for about 2 weeks of COVID, including Florida. And then we peeked our heads out after 2 weeks and we're like, yeah, okay, that's stupid. We're going to the beach. We're living. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. I can't fucking Gavin Newsom, the people in New England and like California arresting surfers. You want to talk about a king? No kings. My God, do you remember COVID? So I love living in Florida. Why am I rambling about this? Because I'm going to the beach in a little bit or later tonight to watch the Artemis launch. Love living down here in Florida. History today, man. We are sending two naval aviators. We are sending four great people, three great Americans, and a Canuck around the moon, baby. 10-day mission. I'm excited for this, man. I'm an Apollo kid. I remember all this stuff. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Brave people to go do this stuff. Skip, I absolutely love that. I love the fact that an Army helo buzzed Kid Rock's house. Skip, you wouldn't believe the shit I did in F-18, man. In the old days, man, I almost hit the scoreboard. I have it on video of me doing a flyby to open a Miami a Dolphins Bills game. You know, go meditate or do some yoga or stuff like that. I love the fact that you know. So Skip, and now I'm going to move on from talking to Skip. Skip, do you think that helicopter launched precisely to go to his house? Or do you think they were already airborne doing some training? I can't stand when people do this shit. All these flybys of NASCAR and football games. Folks, it's regularly scheduled training. Do you guys not understand this? Do you know that? Do you know how much research I would do into a flyby? So I would actually get the recording of the singer, and I had 1 minute and 36 seconds is their average. We'd enter that into the computer. I'd look at this. We'd have a radio person. This is CAS. It's close air support. To get a flyby, man, I have. Where are they? They're on my son's coin board on his wall. I have like 5 Roush Racing silver coins. You know what they say? Home of the Brave Club. If you nailed a flyby to Home of the Brave, you got a nice coin from Mr. Roush. He's a great American. So anybody wanking about that, go take a microdose and do some yoga. It's stupid. So anyway, let's go ahead and get airborne. All right, so we are in solo AI, right? I'm not kidding, man. This is bad. Since I made this presentation like a month ago, the world's changed even worse. Do you guys? This is insane. The job losses, I'm not even I don't even have enough time to go through everything. But they warned us, right? And in 2023, they wrote an open letter. Did you guys? Everybody's seen that letter, right? The letter that all the booger eaters, Elon Musk, all the people doing AI at the time in 2023 said, stop. We need a moratorium. Stop. They saw what was coming. They actually said, we need to stop. Where is it? Right here. Did you read this 3 years ago? This was 3 years ago last week. 22 March 2023. Have you read this? Ladies and gentlemen, they said, stop. Therefore, we call on all AI labs to immediately pause for at least 6 months the training of AI systems more powerful than, folks, they said, uncle, and this is going to kill all of us, with ChatGPT 4. Do you know how many versions we are past ChatGPT 4? This is an absolute horror. I've lost count. Did you see? It's over 300,000 jobs so far. Did you see the Oracle announcement yesterday? We're going to talk about that. But ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the initial AI stuff like 2, 3 years ago? It's going to be great. It's going to help your job. Who was saying all this? The people who are going to become trillionaires. There's going to be a handful of trillionaires in this world based on AI, and the rest of us are going to be destroyed. Now, the people who promised AI was awesome and it's going to help everybody are warning that it's going to kill everybody. Have you seen this transition? Right? Look at this. So, Sam Altman, AI is starting to act like a junior employee. Oh boy. Jamie Dimon, 2 years ago. People will work 3.5 days a week. AI will touch every job. You see what Jamie Dimon said last week? I'll show you what he said about AI. He's completely changed from that. Everything's great to it's going to kill you. Eric Schmidt, super intelligent AI will happen in our lifetimes. AGI is already here. The Anthropic nerd, 50%, this was last year, 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs gone in 1 to 5 years. The AI heavy at Microsoft or a couple months ago, 12 to 18 months until most white collar jobs are automated. Jack Dorsey, he cut 40% of his workforce. Intelligence tools change what it means to run a company. Andrew Yang last month, AI will destroy millions of white collar jobs in months. Ladies and gentlemen, this is like accelerated. This guy, remember Jack Dorsey when he ran Twitter? I'm a man of the people, man. I got a beard. I shave my head. I wear tie-dyes. I got mala beads on. Capitalism sucks. And then I'm going to fire 40% of my workforce. Goodbye. Meta, 20% of Meta. You ever see the videos of like, here's me. I'm a girl that makes 300 grand a year. Here's my average day at Meta. I show up whenever I want to. Then I grab the Frappuccino thing. I go do yoga in the yoga room. Then we meditate. Then I'll go check my emails for 10 minutes. Then we go eat lunch. And I'm like, where, when do you work? Gone. These aren't blue collar jobs, folks. These are, look what Jack Dorsey said. Intelligence tools have changed what it means to build and run a company. A significantly smaller team using the tools we're building can do more and do it better. This was the end of February. The week the dreaded AI jobs wipeout got real. Yeah. Look at this sub headline. Growing backlash bubbling up across American companies. It's bringing out the pitchforks. This coder, this techie, this $500,000 a year job asked his chat, based on everything you know about me, will AI replace my job in the next 12 months? I've completed my analysis. Based on current AI growth trajectories, you'll be replaced within 6 to 8 months. On a positive note, you will have significantly more free time to explore new hobbies. I would not recommend signing any long-term leases. I want that to sink in. I should go. I think that guy's somebody posted a follow-up tweet. The guy's like Meta accounts. He's like got laid off. This is in addition to AI telling young kids to kill themselves and join me. I'm God. Come. Did you see the one crazy guy a couple weeks ago? Like fell in love with the AI. The AI is like, go find me a body, and he ended up killing himself. Unbelievable, folks. This was posted by what's this guy's name? Karpathy, the ex Tesla AI dude. He's a director at OpenAI. This was last month. He ran all this shit through a booger eating machine. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much exposure across 143 million jobs? 4.9. So let's just round up and say half. 42% of jobs scored 7 plus, meaning very high exposure to getting wiped out by AI. Well, Wiz, what's the math? 3.7 trillion, not million, not billion. That's a T. That's 10% of our national debt in wages that will be destroyed. This was a month ago. What's the most exposed? Medical transcript software. These people were making an average, the Wall Street Journal said, of 165 grand a year graduating from Stanford. You walked into a 165 year grand job as a software developer. Financial analysts gone. My brother-in-law, my sister brother-in-law were just here the other day up in Jupiter. He's retiring. He just hit 65. He's a heavy at Brown Brothers Harriman. He's like, we have gutted this firm. These 20, 30-year-olds that were making 300 to 600 base and a nice bonus managing a book, they're gone. What did they do, folks? Talk through one of these people that was making 500 grand a year base and a nice bonus based on the performance of their book. You're fired. I'll just go get a job down the street at Wiz Capital. No, you won't. Accountants and bookkeepers. I have seen these people getting destroyed. I uploaded all my shit in the Opus 4.6. It did all my taxes. It filed. It did everything. It found errors. People are using it to go. They're uploading their old taxes and they're like, no, you should have done this. Carry the one. Mouse eats the cheese. What? Excuse me? The most safe jobs a month ago: roofers, construction, plumbers, electricians, nurses, home health aides. That was a month ago. It's over with. Oh, by the way, there's Jamie Dimon. You're going to work 3.5 days a week. AI is going to be awesome. Last week, Dimon, massive AI job losses, calls for government intervention in this. Wow. Unbelievable. So Jamie went to a 3.5 a day work week to you're not going to have any work week because you're fired. So the blue collar jobs. Let's start with them first. The Optimus robots are swinging hammers. I told you yesterday, do I have that video? There's robots climbing light poles in China doing the electrician jobs. It's over with. Plumbers, it's not safe anymore. A month ago, when this guy released his report and it was all over the news, like, haha, everybody, all the white collar jobs that were getting degrees that left and looked down their nose at these blue collar professions, they're going to be the richest people. 1 month later, it's over with. The robots that I've seen these robots on the front lines in Ukraine, 50 cal robots. They don't get tired, they don't retreat, they sit there, they have sensors. Soldiers gone, firefighters gone. Did you not see RoboCop? Great movie in the 80s. Gone. This, it's over with, ladies and gentlemen. How much over with? So this guy, he did this chart and everything like that. Then he came up with like a heat map of what the good and the bad. But here's my thesis at Solo AI in this model portfolio with 10 names that I'm managing. And we need to add a couple more. Every red square on this map needs the infrastructure, chips, power, data centers, cloud compute. We invest in the picks and shovels in this portfolio, not the jobs being disrupted. Does everybody understand this? Okay. So learn to invest in this sector now or you're going to get destroyed. What's going to die? Driving. I saw a video the other day Elon Musk reposted of a 93-year-old lady sitting in a whatever it was, Waymo, Tesla, whatever it was. I don't even know. It's giving seniors mobility back. How many times have you seen a video of like some 95-year-old Korean War vet like accidentally thought the gas was the brake and plowed into a barber shop and killed 5 people? Seniors should not be driving. They shouldn't, and they won't in the future. When you hit a certain age, you're going to say, nope, you have to take the AI cars now. Drivers gone. I'm old enough to remember Uber. Do you remember the taxi medallions in New York City? It was a freaking mafia to get a taxi medallion. Then Uber came along, and they're all fighting each other out, literally having fist fights. Uber drivers, taxi drivers. They're both going to be gone. Uber drivers gone. And people are doing Uber driving as what? Supplementing their income, right? 12 million drivers unemployed. Have you seen the 18-wheelers? I think I have a video of that. Not full of illegal immigrants making U-turns and killing people. They can't read English. I'm driving an 18 fucking wheeler in the United States. Thank you, Gavin. So 18-wheeler drivers, man, that's a pretty cushy job too. 80 grand to 150 grand a year. I own my own truck and business. Gone. Drivers want to unionize. Drivers have to take a leak. Drivers have to stop on the parkway and sleep at a rest stop where the troopers, look at their logbooks and shit like that. Gone. Doctors. Gone. No, gone. Do you not understand? How many times have you heard? I've heard this all the time in South Florida. Oh, I went and got these done or these done at Dr. Handel in Boca Raton. He's the best. Gone. Do you not understand that AI diagnoses and will perform surgeries better than any human? I don't. You're wrong. Elon Musk just told the world to stop. Did you watch his video? He said, stop. Stop training surgeons. Not slow down, stop. There'll probably be more Optimus robots that are great surgeons than there are all surgeons on Earth. They won't have gas tanks, they'll be electric. The entire global surgical workforce, redundant before a current med student finishes residency. Don't go to medical school? Yeah, it's pointless. 12 years, $500,000, one word. Jake, I saw a video yesterday of a surgical whatever putting stitches in a kernel of corn. It was like a whole corn on the cob, and it went into the one kernel and was like putting 20 stitches in a piece of corn. I have a lot of doctor buddies, man. My one buddy's like, dude, I was 72 hours in residency. There were dudes that were on coke. There were alcoholics. Guy would show up drunk or on coke to do surgery. Gone. What happens to the malpractice and the attorneys and the, oh boy, it improves every night. And here's what's funny, because no, with some surgeon in Sweden came up with some great new surgical procedure. He doesn't do it in a cave. He's got to get that published and reviewed and everything like that. As soon as it becomes kind of public, every surgeon, robot surgeon on the planet will have it. By year 4, Musk says he'd stake everything on it. Guys, this is, do you understand this? This is Elon Musk. I don't care how you feel about him. I think he's the smartest man on the planet. And the liberals just froth at the mouth. They used to love the guy. Tesla, he's saving the planet. Now he's a Nazi. When he said, for my, my heart, oh my God, that's a Nazi salute. Here's Kamala doing it. Here's Joe. Oh no, he's a Nazi. Everyone will have access to medical care that is better than what the president receives right now. Medicine has always been wealth. The best surgeons on earth have always belonged to the powerful. That ends within 5 years. Watch this video. You can be sitting there going, Wiz, this is complete bullshit. That's your opinion. So let's just talk through this. Either he's right or none of this will happen. Or let's just make a trade and go mid-market. Even at mid-market, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to replace all surgeons, or this will never happen. Even in the middle, it's devastating. Do you understand this? I'm talking about the jobs and everything like that. Now, for humans, it's going to be great. That movie Elysium or whatever it is with Matt Damon and the med beds, right? You lie in the med bed and the thing scans you and does all sorts of stuff like that. That's going to happen, which is going to be great. But how do the economics work? So surgeons, it's over with. Medical schools will be a thing of the past. Coders, AI's writing itself now. Teachers, gone. Well, no, gone. They will have you will have your own Optimus teacher that knows you. If you have learning, that's the problem with school right now, folks. My daughter is going to Ole Miss to teach. Susie was a teacher. She's like, man, it sucks. I have these 2 problem kids. One thinks he's a cat, and the parents want a litter box in the back of the room because he's a cat today, and it brings down the learning of everybody else. Gone. Hey, cat kid, stay at home with your Optimus robot, and he can talk to you. So, lawyers, gone. I showed you yesterday in a little tease of today. It's gone. Now, I love the attorneys at Top Gun Options, and I love all sorts of other people. It made up a phantom done. The year ago, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, when the one guy like submitted something and it had a phantom case or something like that. That was like years ago. I told you it's over with. It'll tighten. All that shit's tightened up by now, right? When I use this for legal stuff, you know what I do after it reads or makes a contract or does something? I'm like, okay, thanks. Now sue me. You just became the highest paid attorney on the planet. You have 50 years ripping shit to shreds. Sue me. And the AI goes, all right, let's do it. And then it finds all the holes. And then I'm like, after it finds all the holes, I go, now tighten it up. And I have perfection. It's over with for attorneys. Now, the smart attorneys, and you've seen all these stories like senior partners, like we fired everybody, or we're bringing in onesies and twosies because we're going to get old and want to retire. They're going to have to maintain kind of the whatever. But first through third year law work is over with. This thing can draft a motion in minutes, let alone a first year associate taking a week to do it. Now, obviously, in many states, you need to be a member of the bar and have your license and all that type of stuff to be able to file. I get all that. That's going to be gone soon, too. Do you not understand we're going to have AI courts, which is going to be great? No, Ketanji Brown Jackson, whatever that idiot, that woman is a disgrace to this country. Joe Biden's such a jackass. 8-1 ruling the other day, yesterday, out of the Supreme Court. Even the what's her name, Sotomayor, or the other one, ripped the other liberal to shreds. Like, are you an idiot? This lady's ruling on feelings, not the fucking law. How, can we impeach a Supreme Court justice? She's a fucking idiot. DEI at its worst. So, courts will be gone. There will be AI judges that look at things black and white. It's a 1 or a 0. Ain't no feelings. Speaking of that, for the first time in the history of our republic, the President of the United States is going to oral arguments. Donald Trump just jumped in the beast and went to the Supreme Court. The 14th Amendment is not a suicide pact. Today, an Iranian woman who's a terrorist that's 9 months pregnant can walk into this country and plop out a kid, and he's an American. He can vote, and he's got and get benefits. Chinese invading this country, plopping out kids, turning them into Americans. That's what the founders intended? Or was it to address the children of slaves? I know what the answer is and should be, but of course, the Roberts Court, he's a coward. He will kick it to the Congress. There will be a ruling that says, we feel this, but we can't feel. Congress has to act. We can't act from the judiciary. That should be the ruling. Or the ruling should be, yeah, birthright citizenship has been misinterpreted forever. Yeah. Okay. Artists, factory, soldiers, ladies and gentlemen. I showed you. Did you everybody see the robots at the FedEx factory sorting packages, folks? It's done. I can't say anything else. I'm going to get rid of all these things because it's old. Every morning that I wake up, there's more AI disruption. There's more AI people being laid off. Oracle lays off workers amid heavy AI investment. Wait, I thought they just laid off tens of thousands a couple months ago. Yeah, they figured out they can get rid of even more. This is Oracle. These ain't Uber drivers. These aren't waitresses. These are people, these are white collar jobs making a nice living, ladies and gentlemen. Oracle is laying off even more. Guess what happens to the stock of all of these companies? It went up. So it's not just white collar anymore. Look at this. Exciting news for elder care. The joyful, bubble-blowing humanoid robot, Abby, is officially launching in the United States. That video creeped me the hell out. Mark Benioff last week shares a video of Figure 03 robot sorting packages at FedEx. AI replaces the mind, robotics replaces the body. There is no job category that's safe. I've been saying this for years. AI can fly a jet better than anybody. Did you see the AI dogfight? They've tested AI in dogfight, man. Maverick, even Pete Mitchell sucks. I will predict in the next 3 to 5 years, it'll start at UPS and FedEx and Amazon, the cargo divisions, single pilot. And I know my pilots in here, harumph. Don't harumph me. We don't need any pilots, but they'll start with single pilot. There goes my buddy who makes $750 to $1 million a year at FedEx. He's like seniority number 10. He does 1 trip a month to Hawaii to go surf. He makes 7 figures. He's like, thank God, because I brief him on all this shit. He's like, you're right. They will get rid of the relief dude. They'll get rid of it's over with for pilots, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you. All these mistakes, the fire truck into the runway, the landing, the near midair collisions will be over with. Have you seen inside an Amazon fulfillment center? First of all, you can't see in there because it's pitch black. What? Robots don't need lights. The only people that need lights in those factories are the dude who comes to oil the Fetzer valve, the janitor to sweep. They don't even need janitors to sweep. It's over with. No job is safe. Hotels, these are robots doing laundry and folding towels. Cotton picking, where's Nancy Pelosi? The Democrats said the same thing in 1860 that they're saying today. But who's going to pick our crops when it comes to illegal immigrants? The cotton picker harvests 120A faster than any human. And it looks at each individual piece of cotton to figure if it's good or not. Now, as a former winophile, guess what? I remember going to Opus One in Napa with my bride in the mid 90s when I was based in the Central Valley in Lemoore. It was a big deal for us. We could drive to Napa Valley. Opus One, it was the first place to charge for tasting. Everywhere else was free. It was like 20, 50 bucks for a tasting of Opus One. And that was a lot of money as a young lieutenant. You know why? It tasted like God's velvety gloved hand in my throat. Because back then, Opus One, they didn't like use the catcher to grab the grapes and the stalks and the all sorts and the crap. It was dudes picking individual grapes. We only picked oh, that grape looks like crap. I'm going to leave it or throw that one out. Opus One, the snootiest, it's over with. The dude who was picking the grapes, either deported or out of work because the auto juicer 5000 will find the most elite grapes to put into the wine. So, are you thoroughly, James? Man, guess what I ordered? There's a Chinese, it might be junk, but there's this, because I have a spray system in our yard down here in South Florida for mosquitoes. This thing is like a, you know how the drone thing, there's, laser. This thing's like a box that zaps all the mosquitoes in your yard with a pulse of like little heat or a laser. You know how much I pay each month for the bug guy to come and fill? It's a big barrel on the side of our house and the hoses that it does a mist every 10 minutes. Bug guy, gone. Small businessman, gone. I have a little AI thing. So, what's the? You should be thoroughly terrified, and I hope I have terrified you because it's over with. AI, and I've said this for years, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to killing people and the military, and AI has moved very quick into what? Killing people and pornography. That's just reality, folks. But let's talk about the military. If you can dream it, or actually, that's a bad way to say it. If you can have a nightmare about it, about how to kill another human being effectively, there's a dude or a lady in a windowless room with a lot of air conditioning making it, or it has been made. So take that same mindset because AI has been in warfare and killing, and you should see this shit. I don't even know about this stuff. Take that same mindset and put it into the business world. If you can dream it or have a nightmare about it, somebody's trying to do it or has done it. So this number is current as of weeks ago. 700 billion has been deployed into AI infrastructure. Amazon is a third of that. I call this stock the Death Star. It is wait, I can order a toothbrush from Amazon. I have Amazon Prime. It does everything, and it's the Death Star in AI. Alphabet, Meta, Microsoft. Look at the amount of money that they're spending. This is the largest tech infrastructure build out in history. Now, for all of you naysayers sitting there, like, they said that about the airplane. They said, the horse and buggy people laughed at the automobile. We always, figure out and things. You're fucking wrong. This is the technology to end all technology. This is not a horse and buggy. This is not an airplane. This is because we always said what? This is always critical. We always kind of will figure it. Do you not know about AGI? Do you not have you seen the reports? Again, there's so much information I'm not even telling you. Have you seen the reports that when testing AI, they figured out that the AI knows it's being watched and lies and has self-survival skills? There was a report some AI tried to escape the lab or escape the compute. It's over with, folks. Don't give me any of your historical. Be present. I can't stand smooth brain people that do this. Like, haha, in the past, you need to shut up. Soon as you use the word past, you're an idiot. The past doesn't exist. It's chemicals in your brain. The future technically doesn't exist. It's chemicals in your brain. So stop it with the every other past thing will it's over with. Okay. Amazon taking over everything, destroying everything in its past. Look at the math because we're going to look at an Amazon trade. These are the last earnings. The revenue, 24% year over year, the fastest growth in 13 quarters. Look at their backlog. It's like Raytheon. When you see the word backlog, that's money. That's cash that's guaranteed. 40% year over year growth. The capex being spent on AI, boom. AWS. I'm not going to get into this, but ladies and gentlemen, oh, wait, but the thing I am going to get into is what? Tranium. Jeff Bezos looked at his P&L one month and said, how much are we spending on chips and stuff to like NVIDIA? Yeah, that's over with. Make our own that are 30 to 40% cheaper and faster. And they have. You want to put all your eggs in one basket, you go to Meta or Microsoft or NVIDIA. You want to diversify, you buy Amazon. It's in everything. They make their own shit now. Amazon isn't just an AI play, it's retail, pharma, healthcare, logistics, advertising, streaming, and the world's dominant cloud, AWS. So the AI names, out of all of them, you got to buy Amazon. Look at the bottom, it's self-funding. Amazon Web Services is Microsoft. Retail is Costco, Walmart, Target. The ads is Google. Amazon, you need to buy it with both hands. Christine, month-to-date profits on Amazon, 107 grand with more to go. Thanks, Wiz, for all your expertise and guidance during day trades and short calls to protect my profits, learning from the best. And November made me look like I just started. In 3 days, I made over 90 grand utilizing Wiz's guidance, 30 contracts. Folks, this is insane. You should just be trading Amazon, but we don't. Here are the 10 names that I trade in this portfolio. Does everybody have their proprietary guide? Give me a vertical head nod. If you don't, I'll give it to you right now. This is $5,000. I sent this to my buddies in my mastermind group months ago when I came out with the first one. They're like, the one guy who I had been using for this stuff because we work a drug deal. He's like, who, what are we not friends? What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I did this with my trade desk. Everybody look, I just uploaded it right there. It is in the chat box. Everybody got it? Give me a vertical head nod. You should give me a vertical head nod that says I do have it. It's right there. The AI infrastructure super cycle. A deep dive investment thesis across the AI value chain. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your summary. There's the recent news I just ripped through from Jamie Dimon to Amazon funding its build out. And then I go through the names from number 1 to number 10. It's all in here. Self-funding juggernaut. I do all the math. I do everything. Folks, I give you a 12 and 24 month target for the stock price. The bullish case, the bearish, and the moderate. Bull, moderate, bearish. NVIDIA, right? The picks and shovels play of the century. NVIDIA is a steal down here. Same thing, Broadcom, Palantir. We just put on a new position in Palantir last week. But these things need what, ladies and gentlemen? Power. There is not enough power on God's green earth to power this. Did you not see the Matrix? They're all going to be in pods with using us for power, folks. There is not enough power. That's the bottleneck. So I got the top we just briefed. Now you got to power it. We have a bullish trade, I'll show you, on Constellation Energy. It is nuke power. That's what we're going to use to power all of this, right? Vistra, GE Vernova, and then some other stuff that I throw in here. And the data center infrastructure pick. I know people are talking about data center. This is why I limit membership, because there's 9 trillion comments and I don't have enough time to look at them. That's why we limit our membership here. So I'm going to keep briefing here. Then I have a lottery ticket, Nano Nuclear Energy, NNE. This is my lotto ticket. You can go small modular nuke reactors. That's the way to go. We're not going to have, it's not going to be 3 Mile Island, folks. It's going to be, the size of your laptop nuke things. That's what's going to be here. So, everybody got the report. This is $5,000. This is and there's my ranking and everything like that. And I just updated this the other day. Why this sell-off, this war Operation Epic Fury sell-off is a fucking gift in all of these names. Tech stocks haven't been the Magnificent Seven, the tech stocks haven't been this cheap in US tech stocks have rarely been this cheap. The S&P Information Tech is just a 4% forward premium PE to the S&P 500. Did you read that again? That's the lowest since pre-COVID. In other words, tech stocks, a lot of the names in our portfolio, are the cheapest relative to the broadest market in 7 years. If you're not buying these names in the AI portfolio, you're an idiot. 7 have been such a huge part of the market that a correction was inevitable. That said, are investors becoming less bullish on it? This is Ron DeSantis. That's weird. It's a governor posting that. If investors are becoming less bullish on AI, follow the math, Mr. DeSantis. Now I'm going to skip my strategic brief because I went a little long, but this ain't over. Iran asked for a ceasefire. Oh, I'm a benevolent dictator. I'll give him a ceasefire. And then the next sentence, I'm going to blast them back to the Stone Age if they don't open the strait. Which one is it, Taco? The UAE, ladies and gentlemen, once in on the fight. UAE moles becoming the first Gulf country to directly join the war against Iran. Wow. Trump to Reuters. We're going to be out of Iran pretty quickly. They want a ceasefire, but we're going to come back for spot hits if needed. Okay, man. Which is it? The oil tanker that was hit the other day by Iranian cruise missile was Qatar Energy. You're hitting your buddies, man, and they want to fight. They asked for a ceasefire. Did they, Mr. President? Or did they vow to keep attacking with full intensity and power? Suggesting this is far from over as ceasefire talks remain theater lacking in much substance. The Ayatollah, who's a cardboard cutout at this point, praises Hezbollah. So, again, the president doing stupid things with we're going to be up quickly and then we're going to be here forever and bomb them to the Stone Age. Which one is it, dude? Enough. Just shut up for a little bit. Let the military cook. Iran's regime has asked for a ceasefire. We'll give it when the strait is open. Well, why would they do that? If they have the strait closed, then that's bad for us. They don't want a ceasefire. So I already said all this stuff yesterday. I'm not going to repeat myself. Both parties are lying and both people are telling the truth. I don't know who Trump's talking to. Apparently it's the speaker, the parliamentary speaker, or the president. And then on the other side, you have the IRGC, the nuts that want to fight to the last kid. So again, confusion. This ain't over. It's not over, folks. That's why I would hold the bearish trudge that we put on the other day. Each one of these rips has been sold, 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 bought. It can. This can be the all clear. I don't think it is. It's not even close. When you have the UAE saying we want to declare war on Iran, we can't have what's currently going on. Trump doing the whole yesterday, his petulant child tweet. We're out, UK and Europe. Good luck. You can buy oil from us or go get it on your own. We're out, and we're not out clearly. So it's not over. I'm holding that bearish trudge just as a trudge, and obviously our bullish on America trade is looking pretty good. So, okay. Yeah, he's speaking to the nation tonight. That should be obviously interesting. Existing positions in the AI model portfolio. Constellation Energy Group, Amazon, NVIDIA. Let me group that trade together. Synthetic stock. Palantir, we just put on last week. That is also a synthetic stock. If you're in these names, these synthetic stocks, you could start looking, even though it's Wednesday, you could look at short calls out to Friday. So on Amazon, let's go take a look at a chart of Amazon. Right here. Let's go out to actually tomorrow, right? Because Good Friday, the market's closed. I'm going to sell two 12.5 calls out to Friday. Options. How many of these do I have? So you're for all the free people, you're in an existing trade brief. So I'm talking to current members who are in these positions. I have two. So I'm going to sell two against my long-term bullish synthetic stock. I'll sell two. Sell two tomorrow, two 12.5s. Susie Keeley and I are heading out to Colorado tomorrow for Easter with my boy Jack out in Boulder. Okay. So if you're new, I have synthetic stock on Amazon at 210. I just sold two calls against it. I just brought in $200. It lowers my cost basis in that name. You see those right there? Let me group those together. This is the first name I would add if you're thinking about having or joining our solo AI model portfolio service, which I'll do that in a little bit. This is the name I would add right now. Okay. You guys, I'm going to let you guys pick. Which one do you want to see a synthetic stock on? Constellation Energy Group. This is my existing position. Oops. Let me just click analyze. This is my existing position on Constellation Energy Group. I'm underwater a little bit. I put this on a couple weeks ago. Obviously, with the huge implosion, this is a buy with both hands. Down here, it's a gift. My synthetic stock is at 310. It's at 280 right now. I would do synthetic stock down there at 280 on Constellation Energy Group. But let's get some short calls on. Take a look at the chart. Good rebound. There's our near-death experience. That's Amazon. CEG, sorry. CEG. Thought I clicked it. Let me move this up. Let's look at there's a lot. Look at this, man. There's a lot of premiums. The 282.5s, 285s. Hell, the 287.5s have about $1.75 in them. Let me look at the chart again. Yeah, I'll do those. I'll do the 287.5s in CEG, bringing in $175. This is how we lower our cost basis in these long-term bullish names. That's CEG. We have NVIDIA and we have Palantir to review, and then I'm going to let you all, the new people, pick what bullish position long-term do you want to see me knock out real quick. Here's my NVIDIA trade. Let's go look at the NVIDIA chart. This is a gift. Let's bring up NVIDIA here. This thing is printing money. I mean, There's our near death experience. We're getting back to the spaghetti here. Um, yeah, the psychedelics are all popping today. Definium, yeah, good pop in Definium. Yeah, Nvidia is a gift down here. Should have bought it. You should have a model position on. Yeah, Definium's got a nice pop today, 6%. Okay, back to Nvidia. Now, don't forget to not get these expirations confused. Nvidia, Amazon, they all have like Monday, Wednesday, Friday options. I'm going out. Friday's Good Friday. It's closed, so I'm going out to tomorrow. I'll do the 177 and a half at 93 cents. And then I think Palantir's the last one. And then I will do a new long-term bullish position. Maybe Amazon. I'm telling you, Amazon's the way to go. Palantir's down here. This is my newest position. We just did this last week. This is the Halliburton of the Pentagon right now, man. I have synthetic stock at 150. It's currently at 146. So this trade is pretty damn close. If you're new, if you're free, kicking the tires, this is the trade on your screen right now. I would do right now, right now. And then out to Friday, I would sell the one. Let's do the 148 against it. Yeah, I'll do the 148 call on Palantir. PLTR. Dude, it runs. It's kind of a strange bird, but you know. Um, 148. All right, if you just saw on the screen, I think all those short calls together, I just brought in about 600 bucks, right? 600 bucks. Okay. All right. So what's the David? I love SIBO. We're in the solo AI portfolio. Um, this what I'll let you guys choose. What do you want to see a long-term bullish synthetic stock on? If you're a new member, I can knock one out real quick. And again, man, hundreds of questions flying by. I can't stand this. It gives me agita. Now you know why I limit membership, man. I don't want the unwashed masses in here. Um, CEG, Thomas, anybody else voting? What? I'm going to do a long-term bullish synthetic stock position on one of the AI names. Man, everybody's picking something different. The short, I'll bring the screen up. You can see the short calls right here. Those are all the short calls that I have put in here. Vert, CEG, Microsoft is not in the solo AI model portfolio. Now let's do a new one. Yeah, I'm going to do a new one. Let's go to our report. Maybe Vert. Let's go through our super cycle report. I'm going to do one that we don't have. That's what we're going to do. We're going to initiate a new long-term bullish position on here. American Tower is not in our model portfolio. We go down to my conviction here. Uh, uh, uh. Let's go with the grid infrastructure. We don't have one of those yet. We're going to do the grid infrastructure. Okay. I made a command decision. I have 51% of the vote. Let's do it. GEV. GEV. Nice pop today. Let's go take a look at the chart here. Over here, I like looking at this stuff. Over here, better GEV. Solid run, man. Nice run. Nice recovery. Look at that trend, man. What a solid name. Almost never does it get down to the 200 day. And each time it's hit the 200 day, and it's a newer company, obviously. I mean, this chart only goes back to 2024. So solid name up and to the right. All the commit criteria is in the document. I'm not going to sit here and ramble through everything. I'm just going to place the trade. This is why you joined. All right, so we're going to fly in our time machine out to D. That's as far out as we can go. That's stupid. All right, December of 2028. We are at 900. Let's just step through it real quick and prove the power of trading options. If you wanted to buy 100 shares of GEV right now, you need $90,000. Why is divorce expensive? It's worth it. You're not going to buy. Now, if you wanted to, we might even do an out of the money synthetic stock. Let me just build this real quick. So 900, if you wanted to buy an at the money 900 call, that's a hell of a lot of money in it, man. That's 33 grand, right? It's not 90,000. It's 60% cheaper, right? Let's sell the at the money put 900. Let's see what that does. I mean, it's 7,600 bucks, folks, still for one synthetic stock contract. Now, that's pricey. You can do that. You know, you got 7,600 bucks. You need your disaster put though, but we can go out of the money and do synthetic stock. If you read my trade plan document, you'll see my bullish price targets on this thing. Let's do an out of the money synthetic stock. Okay. What's as high as we can go? 960. Let's do that. Wow, it's still expensive. Buying a 960 call is still 31 grand. Wow. Let's sell the 960. Wait, oh, it doesn't say all. I'm an idiot here. Sorry about that. Hold on. Let's go back and look at my price targets. I don't remember them off the top of my head. Why do I keep closing this report? Why don't I just keep it up so I can read it? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. All right, here we go. So my price target, let's go 24-month bull, 1,200 bucks. All right, here we go. 1,200, back to the trading screen. 1,200. My God, man, these are expensive. Even look at this. Look at buying a D's 28 1,200 call is 23 grand. Now let's do the synthetic stock. We'll sell the D's 28 1,200 put. Okay, that's not making any sense. Whoa, it actually does make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. So deep in the money here. We're going to have to do, I mean, this name is so expensive, man. We might have to do maybe a long call diagonal, or we just go further, out of the money here. This is almost like a bullish on America trade. Look at the call. Jesus God, man. I'm looking at this one for the first time with you guys. Look at the upside. My God, So if you're new to options trading, folks, sit up straight and listen to me. There is why is divorce expensive? It's worth it. Why are these calls so expensive? Because smart people, solo AI members, are looking years into the future going, this name is going to explode. Does everybody understand this? It's exactly right. It is going, there is not enough energy. You listen to Wang or whatever his name is, and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are talking about building space station power because we physically will not have enough power on this planet. So This might be just one of those buying an upside call at 1340 years into the future is still. But when you try and sell the put, folks, you can't because it's way too expensive. My God, man. I'm glad we looked at this. I hadn't gotten down this far in our because folks, we just launched Solo AI last month. So these are all brand new positions in these names. Wow. We might have to go with like a CCJ. I haven't got. We need. This is a nuke name. I mean, look at CCJ's chart. Anybody see? Energy literally is going parabolic. Wow. Look at that, man. That's a nice pullback. 100. Let's drop 100 line in here. I'm making an audible. We're going over here to Cameco. So resistance blew through resistance. We imploded recently and we found support at 100. We're doing this one. All right. This is better. There we go. This is more. I'm going to go figure something out with the other name, but here we go. We're at 113. There is no 113. I'm going to do 110. We're going to buy a Jan 28 110 call for 3,800 bucks. Nope, I'm cheap. We're going to sell a 110 put. It's $1,000. That's your synthetic stock right there. Whoa, I don't want to risk 12 grand. That's because we're not done yet. We need to add a disaster put. What's that? 80, 90 bucks, 90 bucks is the disaster put. There you go. On your screen is synthetic stock with a protective put. The max potential you could lose is 4,800 bucks. Okay. Yeah, I can look at I don't like those mini leverage reverse twist Lindy stuff. I don't do that stuff anymore. No, thank you. You guys can. I just don't. April 2nd, we're gonna sell. Let's bring the chart up. Those leveraged ETFs, man, are extremely dangerous. Just ask Dr. I'm Jeremy Siegel. Why does CNBC still have that guy on? Wisdom Tree. Two of his oil ETFs imploded. Could you imagine waking up, getting an email one day from Wisdom Tree? Yeah, the Wisdom Tree oil whatever leverage blew up, and all your money's gone. Excuse me? Be very careful with leveraged ETFs. They can go to zero. That's exactly right, Andrew. So I'm going to sell the 115s. Yeah, I have the 115 on there. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, new addition to the Solo AI model portfolio. Synthetic stock at 110 on Cameco, nuke. Disaster put at 90. Short call out to tomorrow. The market is closed on Good Friday. I'm going to grab a screenshot of this. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to walk this trade on up. What's that mean? You're not going to get filled at the bid. You're not most likely. I'll put it in at the mid, but we're probably going to have to, what I call, walk it on up to find the happy place where we can get filled. Let me grab a screenshot of both of these so I can send out an alert. Solo AI is our newest level service here at Topkin Options. Listen to me very closely. It is not part of Full Throttle. Is its own standalone service. It is every Monday at 10 a.m. I just fired that trade mid-market. I'm not going to get filled, but I'm going to show you to demonstrate walking it on up. Okay. All right, let's go blast this alert out. Solo AI has their own. Oh yeah, there goes the radiologist. I forgot that story. Folks, I've been posting all this stuff. You get access. You see it says Solo AI position alerts. There goes the radiologist. There goes, oh, there's the tweet I wanted to post. There goes the truck drivers. Right? Tesla 7. Look at this, man. No dude, no gas, no nothing. Doesn't sleep, doesn't need diesel. It's over with. See, I post all my intelligence in here. China flexes robot wolves with machine guns and a collective brain. An AI expert just predicted 99% unemployment by 2030. Folks, security officers, blue collar guys sitting there at night falling asleep, you're fired. This is in Atlanta. Look at this robot sentry dog. Flashlight, computer. Now I'm going to look at this. The security guards, you're fired. Unbelievable. Oops, hold on. Here we go. All right, so new CCJ long-term bullish synthetic stock at everyone. So everybody in Solo AI is going to get this trade alert. Free people will not. You ain't paying for it. You need to join right now. How are we doing here? Add image. All right, what's going on here? Let me refresh this. Try one more time to add this alert. Rick, I don't think it is, to be honest with you, man. I'm going to be doing retreats. New CCJ. Let me try this again. At everyone. 99. Yeah, exactly. Anytime, somebody throws out something like that, I'm going to, but let's just say a lot. Can we agree on that? Click to upload. Oh, let me go grab a screenshot of all the new Solo AI short calls to send out in the alert as well. Orders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is $197 a month. If you don't have $197, go find something else to do. This is our entry-level service here at Top Gun Options. Not part of Full Throttle. I'll say it for the last time. Add image. Click to upload. All right, so, and I'll write down new short calls. Also, new weekly short calls against long-term bullish SIN stock. Market closed for Good Friday. All right, there you go. Boom. Just blasted that alert out. If you're a member of Solo AI, you get that alert on your phone right now. Josh, I talked about the Tredge 45 minutes ago. I said what I was gonna do with SPX. Okay, so William, do you provide alerts or advice when the short calls go in the money? No, I don't, William. Why? Because we talk about it before we place the trade. TGO members already know what to do. You take profits on a short call at 7, 8, 9. If you're looking at a 70, 80, or 90% profit on the credit you took in, you close it. TGO members also know, because it's our SOP, standard operating procedure, to eject out of a short call if it doubles in price. If you sell a call for $1 and for Amazon and it starts running and it hits $2, eject. You should know, William, what you're doing before you ever place it. You should know when you're exiting for profit or minimum loss before you pull the trigger. Do I update in here? Yeah, I do. But, and first of all, I don't give advice to anybody. I'm showing you what I am doing, not telling you what to do. That's exactly right, Pegger. You are the tick. You are the trader in command, not me. I am a single seat trader. I'm a single seat fighter pilot. I don't reach over into your cockpit and grab the flight controls and tell you what to do. You need to fly and fight your own airplane. Okay? Does everybody understand that? All right, so now it's time to join Solo AI. If you didn't join everything else, and here's we already covered all the 10 names that are going to be in this portfolio. There they are. But everything you need to trade the AI revolution, I am doing. That proprietary hedge fund investment report, I update that every Sunday night. I sit here, I go get the current prices, the current news. I repost that report every Sunday so you can read it, getting ready for the week, right? That is an institutional hedge fund report. Live trade brief every Monday morning at 10 a.m. The exact positions, the strike selections, how I manage risk. I just got an instant alert on my app with that new trade, right? No delays. It ain't a text, it ain't an email. That's so 2015 and 2010. I do send up a follow-up email after this brief, but the alerts are instant. I don't know why I still send out an email alert. It's a pain in the ass. I might get rid of that. You also get your 3 skill-based manuals and access to the ready room. You just maybe got a little glimpse of it. That's where I post my high-level intel, what's going on and stuff like that. That's called the ready room. Now, options weapons school is not included unless you do the annual membership, because you're not paying for it if you do the monthly. But you should take the upgrade and do the annual. Options weapons school is worth its weight in gold. The synthetic stock that I just did is an hour to an hour and a half lecture right there. People asking about my S&P 500 sniper shots. That's 2 lessons right there. Burner trades, double verticals, session 5. Go take options weapons school. It's stupid not to do it. I'm not going to go through testimonials enough. I've proven this week I make money, trade my own money. You've seen your potential fellow TGO members doing this. So let me go give you. Here's the plan. Like I said, it's $197 a month. No options weapons school included. You're not paying for it. But you get the brief, you get the alerts, the manuals, all that type of stuff. Do the annual membership. Options weapons school is included, and that's a discount, man. You're saving $864 a year when you do the annual. Does everybody understand this? This is the fastest way to start trading options, period, while targeting the most explosive sector in history. I'm not fucking around, folks. It's over with. You can't name a job right now that can't be replaced, most likely. Psychedelic trip sitter. Guess what? And I've taken a flamethrower to these people. No, we're incorporating AI into psychedelic experiences. Oh my God. So if you can name it, it can be replaced. Fighter pilot, surgeon, judge, attorney, bookkeeper, accountant, software coder, firefighter, cop. Gone, 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 gone. So you can either get destroyed or you can make money off of it. Gymnast, gone. Go look at the videos of the Chinese dancing robot things, man. These things, did you see that performance? They make gymnasts look quaint. What size of cat do you need, Josh? I don't know. I don't know your personal risk tolerance. I don't know anything about you, Josh. I'd love to know stuff about you, but I don't. You can start trading options with a couple $1,000. I just showed you a position. What was that synthetic stock? $1,800. Folks, if you wanted to buy one call option in Amazon, it could be a couple $100. So I don't know what account size you need. Some people start with 10, 15, 25 grand. We had one guy left. We had 2 billionaires at Top Gun Options. The other guy's like, dude, I just don't even have the time. We have a billionaire, and we have people, mom and pop, stay-at-home dads, moms, small accounts. So I don't know. I can't tell you what account size you need, but I can say that for a couple $100, you can start trading options, period. What will be the impact on the safety? Barry, the developers are gone. They're hiring, they're building their replacements. Go, let me give you the link for Solo AI. One more reminder, folks, it is not part of Full Throttle. It is a separate standalone service. So the coders are replacing themselves, folks. They are uh, I've shared countless stories of coders like I just replaced myself. I literally fired myself. So there is no safety. Nothing is safe. And I'm not being over the top in any of this, folks. Do you not understand what's coming? I called this years ago when Bill Gates is like, AI is going to be great and it's going to, I'm like, that dude's a scumbag. And I ended up being right. You see him in the Epstein files? Bill Gates is a fucking disgusting human being. Hey, Jeffrey, I got STDs from some of the Russian hookers. How do I slip my wife penicillin? That man is a pariah and should be shunned. I'm glad people have canceled speeches and stuff like that. What a disgusting human being. But when he sat there years ago and he's like, this is going to be great, I'm like, I don't trust that dude as far as I can throw him. Yeah, Josh, yesterday in an interview with Warren Buffett, he's like, I'm not sorry I made a lot of donations to his foundation, but I blah blah blah. He's gross. He's gross. Barry, what about the broader population revolting against AI? Barry, you're talking years into the future, man. 1, 2 years into the future. So there's going to be I'm worried about the gap, right? There's a generation of horror and then potential utopia. I'd love to believe Elon Musk when he says nobody is going to. How many of you seen the Disney movie or Pixar or whatever it is? Wall-E. All the humans sit at home and they're all fat. All these robots do everything for the humans, right? But the transition to some sort of perfect utopia. Elon Musk said a couple weeks ago, he's like, you don't need to save for retirement anymore. You won't need a retirement. Everything will be provided for you. Medical, dental, everything, blah, blah. But there's the transition point to that. Again, I'm an idiot, folks. I'm a political science major from South Jersey. I'm kind of dumb. I don't get where the money's going to be made. Close to 400,000 white collar jobs year to date are gone. Somebody in a $1.2 million house in Cumming, Georgia, in the nice suburbs of Atlanta, just lost their 500 grand a year job and can't make their mortgage payments. There will be massive unemployment. My prediction, folks, and I want to be wrong. I would love nothing then in a year or two in a solo AI live brief, one of you to go, you were wrong about that, Wiz. I love being wrong on things that potentially are horrific. I'm not going to be wrong on this one, but there is a transition space between where we are now and that perfect utopia of everybody has 3 robots assigned to them to do everything. The middle is the horror. I'm going to make this prediction and you can write down the date and time. The AI jobs losses will make COVID look quaint. We have a human, like COVID was a human made pandemic. I need to fix that. We have a bigger human made pandemic that's going to hit us. Not going to hit us, it has already hit us. Go talk to the Oracle employees that worked themselves out of a job. I didn't even get a chance to tell you about this, but you can go read it. Oracle began to significantly reduce its workforce Tuesday while it continues to build out costly data centers for AI. Wow. Some affected employees told the Wall Street Journal that they had received an early morning email from Oracle leadership that thanked them for their work and their computer turned off. Oh my God. 30,000 workers. I can't even, and folks, I'm a human, man. I feel this. When your neighbor loses their job, it's a recession. When you lose yours, it's a depression. That's 30,000 moms, dads, husband, wives, brothers, sisters that got an email. I follow this AI layoff tracker on X, AI layoff. I mean, this is what's the AI yeah, there it is. Folks, this AI layoff tracker, it's every day I wake up and it's a slaughter. It's a slaughter. So, um, Debbie, this is bad. I'm just, but it's so funny, people talk about UBI, universal basic income. My universal basic income needs are a hell of a lot more than a, you know, uh, Amazon driver, an Uber driver. My universal basic income would need to be X compared to so is UBI like 2 grand a month? That doesn't even pay a tenth of my mortgage, right? Type of thing. So I don't even, how's UBI work? So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I scared the shit out of you because you should be scared. I'm not here at Top Gun Options. I'm going to make money up, down, or sideways. I will print money on the machines that end up killing us. Do you want to be poor and out of work and getting destroyed by AI, or do you want to be rich? I already know which one I want to be. So, Solo AI, guys, join it. It's our newest service. It's not part of Full Throttle. Um, so, housing market's going to implode. That's a noble profession, Josh, but I'm here to tell you it's over with. Did you not see? Well, you didn't see if you weren't here the other day. Phlebotomists, the needle people, 140,000 of them, and in this country, they're gone. Did you see the company that came out with the no more searching for veins, no more poking, no more imperfect sticking? This AI machine uses sonar and all sorts of stuff, finds the perfect vein. I feel sorry for Susie, my beautiful bride, whenever she's got to, because I mean, mine, you can see my veins from 20 feet away. These ladies giggle when I go in the quest. My wife is miserable. She comes home with black and blue. It's over with. So even nursing is in danger. I guarantee you. Martin, thanks again, Wiz. Well worth the money. You're welcome, man. Robots in McDonald's. Occupational therapist. I love it. Folks, and again, I don't want to scare anybody, but I tell this is truth. Truth is neither good nor bad. It just is. So the truth is here. And all the booger eaters that told us years ago everything's great with AI, it's going to be super awesome, are the same booger eaters who are telling us today, holy shit, this has gone off the rails. And it's too late. I shared with you the letter that said stop, the 2023 letter that said everybody should just pause. And we didn't listen. I guarantee you that AI will look back on us like we look at dinosaur fossils. I guarantee you. But I'm going to make money as all of this bad happens. Brent, can you buy a dancing robot during the breeze? Need to keep morale high. Exactly. Yeah, Debbie, did you see that last week? The damn Optimus robot was with the first lady in the White House. Unbelievable, man. My morale is high, folks, because I trust God. I trust the Holy Spirit. Everything that's supposed to happen will happen exactly how it's supposed to. Now, if you're super terrified, you should probably join our May retreat, May 29 to 31 or something like that. If anybody's interested in getting their mind right and healing with sacred sacraments, join us. Join Sacred Warrior Fellowship, man, because it's going to get interesting. I'm actually heading up to Harvard April 9 through 11. I'm speaking at the Harvard Divinity School. Imagine that. I'm really looking forward to that. But the psychedelics are the way to go because we're going to need as much help as we can as physically possible. So, um, okay. But again, I didn't mean to scare everybody, but that's my job. As a fighter pilot, as an options trader, you have to contingency plan, man. What realistically could go wrong on this mission that I could think about today in the air conditioning instead of freaking out the hell airborne when it happens? So when bad things don't happen, I'm pleasantly surprised. If you're sitting here going, none of this will happen, Wiz, and you're whistling zippity doodah, you will get destroyed. I promise you. And I don't want that for you. I want you to make money. I want you to profit all of this. So Rick, maybe that is when Jesus returns to this earth, is when the machines are getting ready to kill us. Wow, look at Definium. Holy shit. 7% pop today. But look at this. I sold these $20 calls and I didn't think they were going to be in danger. Ladies and gentlemen, look at your Definium position right now. You're welcome. A tie's ripping, like in that one. That's looking good. Very nice Definium position. Did everybody get your Definium trade on yesterday in our accelerated retirement brief? DFTX. Ripping. Rip. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta keep an eye on these $20 calls. I love the fact that I have to keep an eye on these $20 calls. Wow. Awesome. A tie? Yes, I am. I have a ratio spread on a tie. I have 10 of the Jan 28 fives, and I sold the fours. Five of them. It's called a ratio spread. So is that what it was, Ginny? I was waiting for that report. Awesome. Greg up 88% on Definium. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Let's go check this out. Um, Before you go, or you can leave, I don't care. I'm gonna go look up. Let's go over to here, my TGO folder. Uh, Give me the news on DFTX results today. Love going to my trade desk. Big day whiz for DFTX. Here's the rundown. Look at that. Here we go, folks. GAD. What does GAD stand for? Generalized anxiety disorder. Definium released data showing U.S. generalized anxiety disorder prevalence has risen to 6.6%. That's bad. Folks, let me be Gordon Gekko for a second. This AI stuff is fucking awesome for psychedelics. People are going to be unemployed. People are going to be miserable. Anxiety is going to go through the roof. Alcoholism is going to go through the roof. Man, I can't even pretend to talk like that. That just felt so bad. But technically, it's the truth. The psychedelic names are going to rip even more. You want a pairs trade? Buy psychedelics and also buy AI. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. This is the classic pharma playbook. Publish the epidemiological data that sizes the addressable market right before your pivotal readouts drop. Smart move. DT 120. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, there's an investor day coming up, April 22nd. Good stuff, man. Look at that, lady. Everybody look at what Joe just wrote. Up 625% on my original DFTX trade. $10 is his base position. I'm grabbing a screenshot of that, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, would you too like to make those type of percentage returns? If you didn't join Top Gun Options yet, don't because you're an idiot. I cannot believe you haven't joined by now. I showed you all the Raytheon returns too, man. All right, guys, I'm done. I gotta go check in for. Is there a document place on Collab? For some reason, I can't download from here anymore. What do you mean? Look at look at that, man. So, Joe, I love that, Joe. That's fantastic. Look at all this. Brent up 375%. Woo! I love that. This makes my heart smile. Folks, all of these things are uploaded in here, right? Let me just show you live real quick. I think I already uploaded this recently. Let me do it again. Where is it? I'll do it again. Here we go. Updated AI infrastructure report. Okay. I'm going to add everyone so you can get an alert, but let me upload this document. Add document, add attachment, click to upload. All right, AI infrastructure report. All right, so there it is right here, AI infrastructure report, and I'll click publish. Now, it's right there. Also, I can post it, and I have posted it in these replays, right? Let me click on Solo AI to take us to the member area. Potential sniper opportunity here. Man, I can't believe we've gone an hour and a half. I hate these long trade briefs. No offense to all the new people. I don't, my ass is killing me. Oh, let's go find one. But to over here on the right, I will upload the report. You see where it says like workbooks and full throttle over here on the right. Let me see if I can find one where it has it's over here. There it is right here. For example, there you go. Attached files, AI infrastructure report. So on today's replay, I will do the same thing. Over here on the right side of the replay page where it says attached files, you can download it right there. Does everybody understand that? It would be nice to get the drug report in here again. What drug report? Are you talking about the psychedelic? I gave a report on psychedelics yesterday, yes. And also, I previewed this AI report since I'm a nice guy. I upgraded my problem, no worries. Okay, Jeff, good. Yes, be nice. Are you a TGO member? I'm kind of done being nice to people who aren't paying. It's getting old. By this day in full throttle, I'm like, if you haven't joined yet, I really, I'm kind of over it. Let me find this TGO psychedelic biosector report. All right, there you go. I'm being nice. I just uploaded the psychedelic report that I covered in AR yesterday. All right, guys, good stuff. I got to go. I'm going to get the replay posted here shortly. Here's the replay page. If you join late or you haven't, what the hell am I doing? Let me hit pause on that thing. No, right there. Sorry. Here's the replay page. You can join Solo AI, 147 a month. Right here. Well, actually, you can. Let me give you this. There you go. All right, 147 a month. All right. Any other questions, concerns? Oh, by the way, you can shoot me an email. Heading out to Colorado tomorrow. We'll be back Monday at 10 a.m. for our normal flight schedule next week with members. If you didn't join Full Throttle, you didn't join Solo AI, we're done with you, free people. We'll see you some other time. You can make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because I do post a lot of good free content on here. But it's time to join, man. Nobody else does this. I could have given you death on Monday by 120 PowerPoint slides with cherry picked winning trades from the past. I show you how I make the sausage. Good, bad. Had one sniper go against me the other day on that pop. Hey, man, this is our current flight operations. If you like it, join. If you don't, good luck trading this market solo. Let me remind you, this is not over with, in my opinion. So, yeah, exactly. Whiz to fly, the WTF indicator, man. I am on an airliner tomorrow, which means what? It's a running joke for TGO members, but it's not a joke. What am I talking about? Just about every time, I think it's 95, 98%, 95 to 98% of the time I get on an airliner or I jump in my L-39, the market implodes. I'm not kidding. It's a thing. We actually call it a WTF, whiz to fly. I am flying tomorrow. And that might be a perfect opportunity for SPX to fail. We're almost up to the 20 day. That might be a perfect time for a slam and sell. So yes, I am flying tomorrow and I am holding stop with these replays. My God. Out of here. Jeez. I can't stand hearing my own self-talk. That's why you need the Tredge. That's exactly right, man. Awesome. Good to see you again, Werner. Why aren't the algos picking up the news that Iraq speaker says Trump is lying about the request for a ceasefire? Guess what? The market only cares when it cares. It will care that that guy is saying that. What did I tell you yesterday as we popped? This is also a short squeeze, folks. There was a lot of people down here who were what? Betting on going lower, and they were short the market. And then when Trump did one of his standard lies about everything's great, this is a short, I guarantee you part of this is a short squeeze. So short squeezes end. Me getting on an airliner tomorrow, or maybe the Iranian dude coming out again and saying there ain't no ceasefire, or God forbid something bad happening, another tanker getting hit, or another AWACS getting blown up in Saudi Arabia, we could get another leg down. So yeah, I am a trudge is a trudge. Somebody asked an hour ago, what am I doing with that? I don't do anything with a trudge. I do not touch a trudge unless I'm closing it for a profit. Why? Do you know how many times, maybe years ago, never again, that I'm like, you know what, I'm going to close this trudge. God, the instant God saw me get filled on me closing a trudge, the market got fucking destroyed. I'm not kidding. Do you know how many times I've done that? I'm like, oh my God, why did I close that? So I don't touch them. You can do whatever you want. Almost every time I've even considered, like, maybe I should get out of that trudge and I don't, slam. Wiz doesn't touch a trudge unless I'm closing it for profit. It's insurance. It's the cost of doing money. Does everybody understand that? So, exactly, PJ. That's exact. What did I tell you? That trudge made 50% in a day. So PJ, I'm talking to people who didn't get out of it when we put it on. When we put that trudge on the other day in the live trade brief, by the middle of the afternoon, it was up 50%. You close a trudge when it hits your profit target, or you get a violent move in the direction of the trudge. I absolutely said to close that. So who I'm talking to right now is the people who didn't close the trudge, because somebody asked a while ago, hey, what are you doing with your trudge, or what would you do? Nothing. If you didn't close it the other day for profit, I wouldn't close it right now. Does everybody understand that? It's exactly right, Mike. So no stopping Amazon. What's going on with Amazon? We getting a rip? Love me some Amazon. Love the Death Star. Wow, look at Definium. Ladies and gentlemen, if you opened a position in Definium, wow, 212.5. I have a short put on. I got to get out of. I'm done. Or a short call. I'm sorry, close. Got to take a loss on this thing. Out. We're ripping. If you opened a position in the live trade brief yesterday on Definium, look at this. This is where Definium was yesterday in the live trade brief. That's Amazon. Sorry. Didn't click to Definium. Let's look at the live trade brief yesterday. It's even better than the Amazon chart. 11 o'clock. Here's us in the live trade brief yesterday. You're welcome. Live trading, live trades, real money. You're good. All right, guys, I got to go. Way too long, man. Hour and 38 minutes. I want to get my teeth drilled. I'm done. Next week, back on schedule, hour brief, 45-minute brief or an hour. I'm done. I can't stand sitting here this long. I got to go. Go watch the replay, join Full Throttle or Solo AI. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on, namaste, and basi basi. Wiz out. See you guys next time. Cheers.